So we are going to start today cross-legged, and I'd like you to try and bring your left shin in front of your right. So you'll notice that I've put a block down just to raise the seat up, make it a little more comfortable. That is entirely optional. So left shin in front of right, just in a nice easy pose, cross-leg position. Let's bring our hands onto our knees, sitting up nice and tall, tuck the chin, lift up from the crown of the head. Just soften your eyes or close your eyes, whatever you feel comfortable with, and bring awareness to your breath. Noticing your inhales and your exhales. Softening your shoulders away from your ears. Relaxing your facial muscles. Paying special attention to your brow, softening here, relaxing the eyes. So use this 30 minutes to just find the right balance for you, the right balance between energy and calm. I'm going to try to stretch and awaken the body, but at the same time, keep it peaceful and steady. Here in easy pose with your left shin in front of your right. Either opening the eyes or letting them remain shut. Bring the hands and place them behind the head. You could link the fingers. Take an inhale here, just press the back of the head into the hands. And as you exhale, just bow the chin towards the chest and allow the elbows to come forward as much as comfortable to your body. Inhale, pressing the back of the head into the hands. And exhaling, bowing forward. One more time. Inhaling, thinking about slow and steady, equal inhales to exhales, and exhaling here. Release the hands down. Just looking down at your knees, I want you to narrow your cross. So bring your knees so they become closer together, and take that cross point where the shins are touching a little further away from you. Then bring your hands onto the floor and walk your hands forward. It may not need to come that far just to get the stretch into the back. You may be able to bring your forearms down. You may be somewhere in between. Just bow the head and ease into this pose. So when life gets a little busy, it's really important to find that balance. Still stretching, still awakening, but not rushing. So many other things we need to rush for. Let's not rush today. With your left shin in front, walk your hands a little more to the right knee and the right thigh, and draw yourself down towards the right knee. You may feel an increase in stretch here. In your body, that may be in the right hip, it may be in the left hip, maybe a little more inner thigh, maybe a little more outer hip. Just feel and just be. Steady breaths, inhaling and exhaling. From this position, place the right hand to the outside of the right thigh. Sweep the left hand up, come into a side bend. Take an inhale here, and then sweep the hands, nice and soft though, nice and gentle, in front of the floor in front of you, along, bringing left hand to left thigh, and inhaling, the right hand comes up. I invite you to close your eyes here. Just go slow, go steady. Try to equal out those inhales with the stretch. to those releasing exhales. And as you ease into it, perhaps you'd like to remove anything that's underneath your seat. You may feel a little more connection, or it might feel good to keep it there. Final one, coming back to center, lifting back up, changing the cross of the leg, bringing the right leg in front. Keep them nice and wide to start off with, close, however comfy to you. Bring those hands behind the head again. Take an inhale, press the back of the head into the hands, lengthen the neck. Just a little pressure here. And then exhale, relax and round. Lovely stretch for the neck and the chest. Inhaling, a little bit of pressure. Really gets into the upper back. Exhaling and rounding. One more time. Inhaling and exhaling to release. Let's narrow the cross again. So draw it so the knees are over the ankles. Walk the hands forward. Come into your forward fold position here, wherever comfortable to you. That could be forearms on the floor. It might be that they're nowhere near. It doesn't matter. Just that rounding position. Connecting with the breath. Equal inhales, equal exhales. Let's walk ourselves towards our left knee and left thigh. Feeling an increase in stretch here, often to one side. Depending a little in your body, which side that is. Normally the right. And then let's bring that left hand to the outside of the left thigh. Sweep the right hand up, take an inhale. Sweep it in front of you, exhaling. Close the eyes, just go for it. Let yourself flow. Let your body open up steadily and slowly here. Thinking about whether you need a little more energy. And if you feel like you need a little more energy, just focus on those inhales. Build energy through your breath. And try to keep the movement slow and steady. Taking a final one here, wherever you are. And bringing the self to center and lifting up. We're going to bring our weight back now. So we're going to tilt our weight back, uncross our legs and bring our feet forward. You're going to widen the feet to mat width, and you can have your hands however comfortable to use. I'm going to just take my fingers so they're facing slightly out and back, a little softness to my elbows, but however comfy to you. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, allow the knees to drop to the left, dropping over slow and steady. You can allow the right hip to lift a little if that feels good to you. And then inhale, bring them back to the center, and then allow them to drop to the right. Use your breath here, slow and steady, inhales and exhales. And go as deep as you want to at each side. You may want to really draw that top knee down, or it may feel good just to do it slow and not too deep. Windmilling the legs. Coming back up to the center. We're going to take a pretzel shape now. So if you lift your weight up, bring your weight slightly turning to the left, you'll find you come into this shape. Shin in front of you, other shin parallel to the short end of your mat, in what I call a pretzel. Lean into it, so lean your left hand onto the ground, sweep your right hand along the floor, and lift up here for another side bend. Reaching. You can bend as much as you need to into that left arm. And now we're going to take a cactus shape with this right arm. So cactus, and then draw right shoulder open. So nice big twist, looking towards that right shoulder, holding here. Nice breathing into the chest. You'd really feel a good rotation here of your mid-spine and into that right shoulder. And then release it down. Twirl yourself back to the right, lifting the knees up. And then taking it the other way. So coming into pretzel shape the other way. So your right shin's in front, left shin to your side. Bring the right hand down to the outer edge of the right thigh. Sweep that left hand along, lift it up to a side bend to start off with. And the sweeping along the floor is very important because it sort of sets the pose a little differently. Holding here, we're going to cactus the hand and then open from here. And you just feel this lovely twist here through the mid-back. You can bend as much as feels good into that right elbow. You could try bending, try straightening, try energizing a little more in the twist. You're so locked off here with your lower half of the body. It's quite safe too, the pelvis and the lower back. Just gets great rotation of thoracic. And then releasing down. Turn yourself back to the left, lifting your knees back up. Narrow the feet this time. We're going to come to a crouching. So we're going to push into the hands, lift our body up, come up onto our toes so our heels lift. And just use your hands to walk your knees a little forward. So we're stretching into the front of the thighs. They're not coming all the way to the floor. We're just stretching here. See how that feels. You could try taking the knees a little wider. See how it feels with them wider. Oh, that really targets into my quads. Little bop, maybe come back in a little bit, pulse a little into it. It's a great stretch for feet as well. And then holding comfortable to you. So knees could be slightly wide, could be close together, whatever feels comfy. Keep that right hand on the floor. Sweep the left hand across and draw it onto the right thigh. Take a twist here. Draw the knees forward, lengthen the spine, look down towards the floor over your right shoulder. It's a little bit tricky to hold. Try and keep the breath steady. And then with this left hand, sweep it along the right side of the body and then lift it up. Still looking to the right and reaching it up. Draw the knees forward, bend a little into the right elbow. And then release that left hand down. Have a little movement forward and back. Just get a little movement into toes. Going to do the same on the other side. So come into your crouching position, knees however comfortable to you. Lift up the right hand, reach it across to the left thigh. Get that revolve, that twist. Drawing your knees forward, leaning back, lengthening spine. And then let's sweep that right hand along the left side of the body and lifting up. So I'm still twisting here, just extending that right hand. Keep drawing the knees forward. And then releasing it down. Walk yourself with your hands forward. Come to kneeling position. May want to give the toes a little tap. Get a little blood back into the legs. Let's sweep our hands behind you. Clasp your hands. Let's open the chest here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Not too much arch in the lower back. Think mid-spine here. It might feel good just to sway the hands from side to side. And then soften. Let's bring ourselves forward to child's pose. Bring the hands onto the floor. Bring the head down. I'm going to release the hands behind you. Now don't be alarmed if your head isn't quite reaching the floor yet. You may want to take a block under the head. And try to keep the seat as close to the heels as you can. Going to begin to awaken the back muscles And from here, we're going to take an inhale. You're going to keep your hands, if you can, down by your sides here. You're going to push into your knees, lift your torso up, sweep the hands out to the side and up as you inhale. And as you exhale, you bow the body back down into your child's pose. Head doesn't need to touch the ground entirely. Inhale, lifting up, sweeping the hands out to the side, lifting. And then exhale, sweeping and bowing. 2 more. Invite you to close the eyes and really feel into this move. Inhaling and exhaling. Final one. Inhaling. And final exhale, coming back to the ground. Move the hands so they're now forward, widen the knees. So widen the knees, keeping the feet together, come back in. Wide knee child's pose, just sway the body side to side, working into the hips here. Nice steady breaths. Try to resist that temptation to urge. Just be in the moment, really feel, find that space. Come back to center. We're going to tuck the toes under, walk the hands back, coming into Malasana, yogic squat. Let's take a nice rounding of the body. Come onto your fingertips, walk them forward, push the seat back, bow the head. Going to take a twist here in Malasana. So bring the right hand down, right elbow into right knee, and then sweep that left hand open. Nice steady breaths. Now let's bring the left hand down into the inside of the left knee and sweep the right hand open. Think about lengthening your spine here, lengthening your neck. And then releasing the right hand down. Lifting up your seat, coming into forward fold. Relax the head, just walk the knees out a little here. It might be that you're going to need a block here for your hands, or it might be it feels okay having this stretch. Soften now into both knees, come into ragdoll, take hold of the elbows, relax the head. Holding here, if it feels good to sway the body, sway the body. Do what feels right in your body here, just to get a nice sense of release to the back. And then release the elbows. We're going to curl up one vertebra at a time. So let the hands hang heavy, the arms be heavy, the neck be heavy, and rounding up. Nice tuck under in the pelvis, rounding up through the spine, nice and slow. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders up and back. Standing in mountain pose here, just take a bit of a wiggle, of a shake of the body. Just take a couple of half sun salutations. Let's bend into the knees, sweep the hands out to the side, slow and steady. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's flatten the back, bringing the hands onto the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, release. Sweeping hands out to the side. Inhaling, lifting up. Mountain pose. Exhale. 2 more there. Maybe close your eyes and really feel your breath. Go with your own timing. Forward folding as you exhale. Flattening your back as you inhale. Slow and steady, as if you're trying to feel every ripple of the body. Inhaling, you come up. Mountain pose. There's always temptation to rush. Time isn't going any quicker. We're going to really feel into it. Final sweep up and final forward fold. Flattening the back. Releasing. Inhale, sweeping those hands up. Exhale. Mountain pose. Meeting back in mountain pose, just taking a moment, hands to heart center. Revolve yourself so you're at the top of your mat. We're going to take a twist in Uttanasana, a twist and forward fold, and then have a lunge. Let's soften into knees, sweep the hands either forward and up or out to the sides. Inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Flatten the back, inhale. And then fold and hold it there. You may want a block here. We're going to bend into our right knee, plant our right hand in the center, and as straight as you can make this left hand. As if you're pulling back a bow and arrow, sweep your left hand along the inside of your right arm, across your chest, and up to the ceiling, and take the twist. If it feels too much on the right hand, just grab a block and place a block underneath. Work with your body to the height that you want it, or you could just be on fingertips here. Big stretch, big reach. Take an inhale. Exhale, release it down. Other side, plant that left hand in the center. Bend this left knee, straighten the right. Sweep the right hand along the arm, along the chest, and up. Holding here. Big stretch into the back of the right leg here. Check that all four corners of the right foot are firmly planted to the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale to fold. Plant the hand, step the right leg back. Drop the right knee. Bring hands onto left thigh and lift the chest up. Melt the hips forward. Broaden the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, but length here in the back of the neck. Think about a lift to get that stretch into the front of the right hip, maybe even down into the thigh. Release your hands to your front foot, step it back to downward dog. Come into stillness in down dog, lift the seat bones up towards the ceiling. Steady breaths here. I want you to look down towards the back of your mat and widen your feet to mat width. Take a big inhale here and deepen into the stretch as you exhale. Energize the heels down towards the ground. And with this wide foot position, bend and straighten the knees. Working into stretching calves and hamstrings. Come into stillness here. Option to take a twist. So planting your left hand firmly into the ground. Maybe you want to lift the right, and maybe the right can lift to the back of the knee, the back of the shin, the back of the ankle, wherever you are. Kind of depends on the length of your dog. Take one big inhale here. Expand into the ribs. Really look up and under that left armpit towards the ceiling, and then release that right hand back. Have a little breather with both hands on the ground. And then this time we're going to lift the left hand up, reach for the outer edge, either the knee, the shin, the ankle, wherever you are, and then look underneath that right armpit, twisting here in down dog. One big inhale, and then releasing as you exhale. You're going to drop the knees down to the ground now, bring them to underneath your hips. Take an inhale. Look forward into cow pose. Bring the weight a little forward. Then as you exhale, round in the spine and take the weight a little back. Movement here in cat-cow. Inhale, feel free to bend in the elbows, make it a little more dynamic. And then exhale, rounding. Take your time here. Enjoy every part. Not just the end of the pose, but the transition, the feeling you get in your body as you move into pose as well. Next time you round, hold it there, hold it in that active rounder position. Tuck the toes back under, lift back up, down dog. Stepping your right leg forward, dropping your left knee, hands onto the right thigh, lift up, low crescent lunge. Melt the hips forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, broaden the chest. Lengthen the back of the neck, but get that sense of lift here, lift from the ribs up. Feeling that nice stretch into the front of the left hip, maybe into the thigh. Steady breath, inhaling and exhaling. Bringing hands now to the front foot, we're stepping forward. Come into forward fold, relax the head. Stay here in your forward fold. Stay imagining that you've got a weight on the crown of your head, drawing it down towards the floor. It may feel okay to have slightly straighter legs, or you may want to have a really big bend into your knees. It depends, have a feel. Do what's right for your body. Straight to your legs tends to be the more intense stretch of the back of the legs, but sometimes we overstretch the lower back, so that's where we bend here. Let's take an inhale, come into flat back. Bring your hands, if you can, to the front of your shins, just below your knees. Add a little pressure there to flatten the back. And now, as you exhale to re-round, sweep the hands to the backs onto the calves and add pressure there as you round. 2 more. Inhale, they come to the front. Straighten. Exhale, they go to the back. A little pressure as you round. 1 more. Inhale to the front. Lengthen and straighten. Exhale to the back, little pressure. Round, release the hands, sweeping them out to the side. Take an inhale, lifting up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more time, let's sweep up, right up to the ceiling. We're going to keep the hands there at the top. Bend the arms, take hold of the elbows, soften into the knees, side bend to the right here. Exhale. Inhale to the center. Side bend to the left. Exhale. Inhale to the center, reach the arms up. Swan dive now. Bend into the knees. Swan dive. Flatten the back, inhale. Exhale, release. Sweep the hands out to the side. Final time. Inhale, reach them up. Hands to prayer position. Exhale, release them in front of your heart center. Hold them there. Hands at heart center. Soften the eyes, close them or take them downcast. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.